If staff can't communicate with the council members, that's a disruption. Sorry to say.
We're not that loud.
I know you're not, but this guy, this guy's sitting right here. Wayne's voice likely is not disturbing, but this guy's right here.
I have to take it up with why you come here and it's over there. I mean,
Because of the sign.
Kevin used to save me from these cops. Can you save me from these cops? Kevin used to protect me from them.
The reason why you have those signs up there is because they're on you. Otherwise, they're not. They don't meet the requirements of the room. It's supposed to be 8.5 by 11. 8.5 only.
$1 billion.
8.5 by 11.
Where's the $1 billion
The only
that you
reason why you
stole?
Pelican Bay.
have those signs
Instead of the
a bit
president,
larger is
just
because
give
you're
the
wearing
money, the billion stolen dollars.
Otherwise, I'd be in Pelican Bay.
That's right. We just want the $1 billion back.
the sign as it stands is too big. It's supposed to be 8.5 by 11. So anytime you could display a sign.
Because India needs to pay the $1 billion because the federal judge wants to find it. I think we should call Kevin and have him investigate where that money went because he used to know where it was. Once you got rid of Kevin, he stole all the money.
He took it with him to Mexico.
I hope so.
After all, what was the mafia guy, Sam Giancana, the Mexican government, drained him. He went to Mexico and he got drained by the Mexican government.
You could have those things if you're wearing it.
Back in the 60s, Sam Giancana.
And that's only because the city attorney said that's an expression.
The city attorney doesn't know what he's talking about.
Otherwise, it's not allowed. It
Right.
has to be
The
8.5
city
by 11.
attorney's insane. Don't listen to him, Noodle. Noodle, don't listen to the cops. They're not going to help you.
Maybe I should come in here naked.
Only the FBI's going to help you. You can go to the FBI.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I think you'll
It's about
definitely
to
be
go to the
offended.
FBI today after the meeting.
So,
You can go to the FBI. Don't be afraid, Isabel. You can go to the feds. You can tell us where the stolen money is.
thank you for your cooperation, gentlemen.
Okay. Fuck off, LAPD.
She'll love Fontana. Imagine, they'll be having new broom handles. And when the broom handles get put inside them, they'll be getting swimmers in their pussy.
Is that all you stole? You only stole $1 billion? $1 billion. A lot of money. But you can go to the feds, Isabel.
1, 2, a quorum of 2. Where's the third person? I know Bloomingdale was having to show his Jewish country club, so now where are the others?
I got the
Where's
Asian
Price? Oh,
telephone.
he's with his lawyer before he goes to prison. Oh, okay. Well, Bloomingdale, who's the other one that didn't show up?
Robin Below?
Oh,
Missouri.
oh, God.
Adrian.
Oh, man, he's getting payoff money. The developers are giving him his payoff money today.
Well, what they're giving him is a house outside of LA and still making him work as a cop inside of LA while they get... How does that happen? How can a detective
Well, that,
or an officer work in LA and then full-time live outside of LA?
well, that's the Beverly Hills Police Department won that case years ago because they sued and said they couldn't afford housing. That's why you don't have to be a city resident.
I wonder if they mean if a detective making $350,000 a year plus overtime, if that's not being able to afford it.
I'm just saying the ruling case. But if, let's say, Curran Price doesn't live in LA and he's on the, you've got him probably for perjury, signing the paper, that's where you get them is the perjury because they're signing it under penalty of perjury. Do you care if your next car is made by them, their license plate, or somebody else? I hear those are the prime jobs in the prison system. I've actually heard that from reports.
It's actually a pretty good one.
There used to be those people that made the cigarettes, but now that the
Yeah.
cigarettes aren't allowed.
Yeah.
You know, you get game time for working, good time and game time.
Yep.
The intent of that was to get serve your time and get out. I remember interning for somebody in the legislature about 21. I just rewrote something up a number of years, and this guy was going to, you guys serve X number of time and this killed the whole bill. Had they just let it go through and changing a couple numbers could have been gavelled through quickly. He ruined it. He ruined what I thought was basically with it, giving more time for your prison. And instead of 5 years, you're giving 10 years.
Interesting. This is the people are asking what it is. This is the Los Angeles Housing and Homelessness Committee.
With 2 members.
That's what this is. Someone's just gonna have a shout out, maybe.
Trying to find the money. Let's switch bank accounts. Just put the number down on a piece of paper. And give it to Judge Carter. Oh.
He decided to show up. Lazy Bob. Lazy Bob.
Okay, welcome everyone. This meeting has started. Please be quiet. Thank you. Welcome to another very exciting meeting of the Housing and Homelessness Committee. Today is Wednesday, March 19th. So far we have Council Members Blumenfield and Verano. Mr. Verano, can you please call the roll?
Councilmember Verano.
Here.
Councilmember Verano.
Here.
Councilmember Price, absent. Councilmember Blumenfield. Councilmember Nari, absent. 4 Madam Chair.
Okay, great. Today we have 13 items on the agenda, and I think we can move through these fairly quickly. It's a lot of stuff, and usually we try to keep homelessness and housing on separate days, but we've missed a couple meetings, so we're doing kind of a catch-up, and hopefully we can start next week fresh, back to our regular schedule. Item 1 is, and 2 are appointments of Rafael Aguilar and Christopher Reynoso to different commissions, CACLA and to the Affordable Housing Commission. Item 3 is the CAO report on the Encampment Resolution Fund awards, of which the city has won quite a number. Item 4 is our 27th roadmap report and funding recommendations. Item 5 is a presentation and recommendations from LHD on the Affordable Housing Management Pipeline, which sounds wonky, but it's really just a plan for us for how we spend our dollars related to affordable housing in the city. Item 6 is a bond issuance for a 54-unit building, PSH building in CD 15. Mr. Verano, can you please call the roll?
Councilmember Ryan.
Here.
Councilmember Carano.
Here.
Councilmember Price, absent. Councilmember Blumenfield.
Item 9 is an
Councilmember Nazarian, absent. 3 members and a quorum.
I had it on too many phones.
Item 10 is a motion that allows LHD to spend down funds from the Emergency Services Grant for Homeless Services. Item 11 are CAO and COA reports on coordination with the county for 34 multidisciplinary teams that are operating in the city related to the Alliance settlement. Item 12 is a motion asking for a report back from LHD on options to address applicants who qualify for our resident assistance program but who didn't receive funds. And item 13 is a CAO report for interim housing that falls under the Alliance settlement. So with that, let's move to public comment.
To the members of the public, when it's your turn to speak, please state the name you signed up under, which is the items you would like to speak on, and or whether you would like to provide general public comment. You have 1 minute per item, up to 2 minutes total for items on the agenda, and 1 minute for general public comment if you wish, for a maximum speaking time of up to 3 minutes per person. Please speak to the agenda items before beginning general public comment. We will inform you when your time speaking on the agenda items must be on topic. Our goal is to get through as many speakers as we can. If you're not speaking on topic or cannot tell whether you're on topic, you'll get one brief warning from me or the committee chair. If you do not immediately get clearly on topic or stray off topic, you will forfeit the rest of your time and we'll move on to the next speaker.
Great. So I'll call on the speakers. You could move to make your way to the right, to your left. And then you can come up to the podium. Amy Navarez, Brad West, Cesar Galvez, Donald Harlan, Jenny DeHongo, Lauren Harper, Lena Sullivan. If any of you are here, please make your way to the side of the chambers. Welcome, your name and the items you're speaking on.
Yes, my name is Amy. I'm speaking on item 8 and general public comment.
Okay, you have 1 minute for the item, 1 minute for general public comment. Go ahead.
Awesome, thank you. So I'm giving comment in support of Rights Council. My name is Amy Navarez. I am a renter in District 8 and also work for state and state health program. I strongly support work by Rights Council ordinance and I'm in support in the ordinance as drafted. Rights Council and other city through confirmation to the state of city limits to prevent homelessness and reduce the number of evictions. I work directly with tenants in the city of LA who have either been represented by an attorney through City of LA or have not been able to be represented by an attorney, and I see the great need. Those who have representation are more likely to win their case against unjust evictions and harassment by their landlords. So I strongly urge you to vote in favor and appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, next speaker, your name and the items you're speaking on. Your name, sir? Cesar, okay. What item you're speaking on?
Quiero hablar acerca del número 8.
Okay.
I'm here to talk in terms of number 8.
Okay, you have 1 minute. Go ahead, sir.
Tiene un minuto de la señora.
Estoy de acuerdo porque en algunas ciudades se ha podido demostrar que les ahorra dinero el ayudar con representación legal a personas que están a punto de ser sacadas de sus viviendas.
Okay.
I'm in favor of it because lots of cities have shown that it actually saves the city money to have representation for people who are fighting eviction.
Y durante los últimos 25 años he vivido en el mismo lugar. El 1 de abril tengo que dejar el lugar, no encuentro dónde irme porque todo está muy caro. Y entiendo muy bien lo que se siente que uno tenga que abandonar la vivienda cuando no es culpa de uno.
I lived in the same place for the last 25 years, and now on April 1st, I have to leave that space, and I don't have anywhere to go because everything is too expensive. So I understand very well what it's like to have to leave your home.
Because of her.
Gracias.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next speaker, your name and the
My name is Brad West. I'll be speaking on item 5 in general public comment.
Okay, 1 minute for the item, 1 minute for general public comment. Go ahead.
Thank you so much. Once again, my name is Brad West. I'm with the Supportive Housing Alliance, which is a coalition of the best supportive housing developers across Los Angeles. We're speaking on item number 5 with strong support, and I want to give huge thanks to every chief that worked on this policy. Typically, we need to incrementally with city council to get approvals for our supportive housing projects, whether there's an issue, an award of creating of funds, loan documents, supplemental funds during the construction costs, design changes, any AMI or population changes throughout the development process. And each time we have to go back to city council, that can add up to 2 to 3 months on the development timeline, which costs all of us time and money as well. This policy of this streamlines could be an 8-step process into a 2-step process. And we see the streamlined process adopted not only in LA, but in Santa Monica and the city of New York. So it's very smart policy, it's very prudent policy, and we are in strong support of it today. And we will be passed item number 5. Thank you so much.
Your next speaker, your name and the items you're speaking on. Okay, you can start this time. Thank you.
There you go.
all items and non-agenda public comment.
Go ahead, your time starts.
The County of Los Angeles Housing Department reports reveal that Proposition HHHU has failed to provide adequate housing for every motherfucker that's homeless. A shelter is not sustainable housing. Judge David O. Carter told you guys for the record, suck a dick like this one, but I didn't bring one this time. I couldn't bring a dick into this room because our dicks are before me, right, Bob? And Bob, you know what I'm talking about when I say dicks. I'm talking about dick pro shops. We need more of those to support homelessness, to provide some chairs, tents, and camping gear to sustain ourselves in affordable cookie soup. But according to item number 6, the tariffs don't represent us, it represents the criminal element of Los Angeles City. Number 6 is CP15, Mr. Tim McDixter, Mr. Attorney. Another dick for the record. And on top of all these issues, I suggest that if you're going to have a barrier to navigate Eagle Rock Center, then provide housing. Otherwise, a dirty neighbor like me will have to call you out on everything you build from here on. Because there's nothing affordable. You cannot live in luxury apartments. You cannot buy affordable goddamn condos on Broadway and suck a dick without having to work 2 jobs. So get it straight.
What did Mr. Paul Russo say to you? Your hair's beautiful. Oh my God, this is 6 foot of my hair. What, Paul?
Now to my non-agenda public comment. Brandon Bird versus Ohio. Yes, US 395 444 1969. When I was in Washington visiting with Obama, 8 years that nigger did not provide us anything adequate to provide HHHU bitches. And at the same time, 4 years later, another dickhead by the name of your 46th president stepped into the picture like that dumb black mayor, Karen Bass, who hasn't done a goddamn thing right to make housing affordable. So when we go into housing, Juanito, I suggest in the 1st district, you start there.
Yeah, that's the puppet guy.
One hotel in the name of Robin.
Next speaker, your name and the items you're speaking on, and I'm going to call a couple of other speakers, Shane Henson, Tomasa Martinez, Jessica Prieto, and Mona Al-Abadi. You can make your way to the right and up to the podium. Next speaker, your name and the items you're speaking on.
My name is Lauren Harper, and I'm speaking on agenda item 8, general public comment.
Okay, 1 minute and 1 minute. Go ahead.
I work at the Legal Aid Foundation of Los Angeles as the data manager for the State House LA program. We're very excited to see the latest version of the Right to Counsel ordinance. Thank you to all council members who have voted yes on the ordinance up to this point, and for Councilmember Robert's leadership on the ordinance for the last 2 years. State House LA began in 2020 with just 24 attorneys. We've since grown to over 80 attorneys and are continuing to grow towards providing full right to counsel in the city of LA. We're currently in the 2nd year of our right to counsel zip code phase-in plan. At the beginning of this year, we were able to add in 8 new zip codes due to our increased capacity to represent tenants. This ordinance will enable State House LA to continue our vital work in admission events and grow our program to represent every eligible tenant. Thank you.
My name is Linda Sullivan. I'm a item 8 in general public comment.
Okay, you're 1 minute. 1 minute. Okay.
Okay. I'm a tenant organizer with Stage and State House LA, and every day I meet tenants who are desperately looking for a lawyer in their eviction case. Tenants in unincorporated counties come to me already have a contract with the council, and it feels so good to tell them, yes, there is help for you. As a lawyer, you're not going to be alone in this process. However, when tenants living in LA City come to us desperate because they're in the eviction process, it feels awful to tell them, you know, maybe you get really lucky, you might be able to The eviction court system is incredibly confusing, stressful, and intense. It is extremely difficult for tenants to represent themselves, especially if they're elders, disabled, and/or don't speak English. And while education tools for self-representation help, it's absolutely not enough, and it's imperative that tenants have a right to a lawyer. So, Right to Counsel in other cities has been proven to reduce evictions, prevent homelessness, and ultimately save the city money. Please vote yes on Complex first.
Speaker, your name and the item you're speaking on.
Mike Soto, Senior Policy Associate at the Southern California Association of Nonprofit Housing and speaking tonight. This is my first time addressing the committee in person, and thank you for having as well as your staff for their patience in reading all of my emails and taking all my numerous calls on this item. Skip strongly supports LEHC's recommendations for a revised tenant pipeline process and urges the committee to adopt this item without amendment as soon as possible. Currently, over 43% of the 45 projects in the city's managed pipeline remain undeveloped, with more than one-third stalled since 2021. By simplifying the process to just 2 steps and allowing LEHC to make post-award changes without repeating council approvals, we can move stalled projects forward and expedite future much-needed affordable housing. The streamlined approach may balance oversight, but keeps it still in the city council's hands, allowing LEHC to make project changes as long as they remain or improve the project's competitive. We urge the committee to accept the recommendation as presented. Thank you.
Next speaker, your name and the item you're speaking on.
Hi, my name is Jessica Rico, Senior Program Manager with the Liberty Hill Foundation. I am discussing item number 8 and giving general public comments before the board council.
Okay, please 1 minute and 1 minute.
Summerlin Health is privileged to work with 16 community-based organizations and 13 legal service providers to implement the State House LA program for the city of LA. I strongly support the codified right to counsel ordinance to expand these protections to the residents of the city. I am in support of the ordinance as drafted. Right to counsel in other cities across the nation has proven to save city money, prevent homelessness, and reduce the number of evictions. I also want to thank Councilman Rahman for your leadership on this critical issue. So far, we have reached over 770,000 tenants just through direct tenant outreach. We hosted over 700 workshops and we provided over 37 of the tenant navigation services. This is just the beginning of the work that we can accomplish with the city of LA by passing the right to counsel. We will continue to support tenants from unjust evictions, so we ask that the city support tenants' right to housing right to counsel. Thank you.
Speaker, and while you're coming up, let me call up the other speakers. Tommy Pike, Wendy Lopez, Raquel Tejas, Ross Gonzalez, Nicholas Lamstros. Go ahead, your name and item.
Hello, my name is Shane Henson. I'll speak on item 8, general public comment. Thank you. Again, my name is Shane Henson. I'm a full policy advocate and lead way attorney in the Inner City Law Center. Today, I'd like to briefly discuss item 8, the proposed right to counsel program.
Pay attention.
Inner City Law Center strongly supports the codified right to counsel ordinance as drafted. Right to counsel in other cities across the nation has proven to save the city money, prevent homelessness, and reduce the number of evictions. I believe it will have the same effect on Los Angeles as well. I also want to thank Councilmember Rahman for her leadership on this critical issue. The difference between a tenant who's facing a loss of their home having an attorney in eviction court is there was night and day in terms of the outcomes for clients. For 3 years, I worked as an attorney in Stanley Moss Courthouse, a couple blocks down the road, where evictions are done in LA County. And I would often sit and wait for my client's case to call. You would see other clients come up who did not have an attorney. They had no one in their corner. And you didn't understand.
So what the fuck is the point of right to counsel if you have nothing to really counsel? Like, just because you get an attorney representation doesn't mean that, as far as
they got a nasty new thing they rolled out for people. All these homeowners are getting this money from the city, but they have to pay $32 to register their house.
I see. For what? Title registration or what? Just because.
That everybody's covered under the rent ordinance. Even houses that aren't RSA. So everybody's getting this letter saying that okay, we're going to send you a bill for $32. And then they said, if you are occupying it or you're not running it, you have to file an exemption. If you don't file an exemption, then you're going to get $32 plus a bill. And they're selling these out to all these fucking homeowners.
Selling?
In your house.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyway, there's supposed to be, one of my friends got one, I looked at it.
I was facing
What do I do?
the
What's the
around
next one? So,
schools
he
and
wanted to go
and
online,
my children.
do an account, file the exemption, so there's any problems. The website doesn't fucking work, you can't do it. So,
One of my sons was taken in under the order of 5150. I imagine some of you know what 5150 is.
every fucking homeowner, except those that think they have a property tax homeowner's exemption. So,
Fortunately, I have ATM. I don't believe I've been active and I
it doesn't
can't
have a
file.
homeowner's exemption,
Ellos me
it's
prepararon para
rental
defender
property.
mi caso.
So,
They prepared
they're
me so I could
covering
present my
everybody, every house, every condo, no matter when it was built.
The same
So,
one that
because I have an
happened in
RSO,
November
and
5th.
every fucking year I have to file paperwork for exemption. Because I have one little 400 square foot fucking little hole in the
Now I
wall.
think about those families that just have the opportunity.
It's a tool shed.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I see.
Because it has a toilet next to it, it's an apartment,
Let's see.
you know, but
$32 a year though.
Having a lawyer to defend their cases on court.
$32
Terminarán en la calle
from
muchos
RSO.
testigos.
Wow.
Yo estuve viviendo la
Uh-huh, I see.
I was living under the harassment of my landlord.
Trató de
So,
evitar
up
injustamente.
at where
He
we
tried
have
to
our
evict me
property up north,
unjustly.
Mismo que se
fucking
pagó el
county
corte
sent us
que
one for that
estaba
fucking
mintiendo.
property.
It was proven in court that he was
I
lying.
registered it 2
Ahora yo
years ago
quiero
when I started.
que se pongan en mis
I filed the
zapatos.
exemption.
Qué difícil es enfrentar un desalojo injusto sin un asesoramiento legal que pueda defender tu causa.
We were
Now, when you
going
went
for
to your
months
children's
to
lives,
pursue
what
it.
it would be like be facing unjust
classified it as
eviction
single
without
family.
legal
I
counsel
see.
to help you
So I
defend your
filed,
case.
Soy
they
madre
asked me,
soltera de tres
Right.
hijos.
and they granted me the exemption. And then they had to refund me back
I am a
$800
single
on my
mother
sewer
of
charge.
3 kids and I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
depend on
I
government
refiled,
assistance.
and they're picking it up.
Defender en corte.
Pending.
I had
They
to
will get
prepare
it back to
myself
me.
to defend
So
myself
I'm
in
telling
court
them,
through my own
okay,
choice.
it's pending, but
¿Qué
when I
pasa
get the
con
tax
esas
bill, I
personas o
still
esas
want
familias que no
residential.
tienen la
I see.
I'm not running.
y el Estado de poder derrame porque simple y
By the way,
sencillamente están
it
confundidos,
increased
no
the property
saben qué
value
hacer?
because
So what happens
they
to those
now,
families that don't have the
it has to
opportunity to
commercial
prepare themselves
residential.
for a case?
Where do I have
Interesting. Yeah,
Because
interesting.
people don't know, they don't have
Interesting.
information.
They held
ones, right?
I want to thank
their
you,
own
Councilmember Ramos,
their own bureaucratic processes fucked them over.
for promoting right to counsel, and that's it.
Now this letter,
Your name and address.
Yeah, I just don't understand what they're even voting on specifically on this motion for a right to counsel. Any, yeah, don't you default on an eviction case are entitled to counsel? I mean, that's entitled to you by the U.S. Constitution, your right to counsel.
no, you don't have a right to counsel
Okay,
on
you're
lawful
2
detention,
minutes. 2 minutes.
not constitution.
Soy inquilino y vivo en el
But
distrito
your papers,
14.
it's very short time, 5 days, you have to file your answer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Apoyo
But
firmemente una
are they giving you
ordenanza
counsel at that stage?
I see.
Or are
Okay.
they giving you counsel on the day of the
On the
hearing?
right after you've been evicted.
You go to the hearing and you
Mm-hmm.
didn't file your fucking answer, you're in deep trouble.
Yeah. I follow. Okay, that makes sense.
And by the way, does the landlord have a right to counsel?
Yeah. This is just for tenants. This motion specifically just for tenants.
Somebody should sue the city under equal protection.
For
Why aren't you giving mom and pop
right.
Having
the
the right
right
to
to
defend
counsel?
Right, I agree. I would agree. I agree. That's just fucking, that makes sense.
prevenir la falta de vivienda y reducir el número de desalojos.
So, did you ever find out where,
Oh yeah, I found out for sure.
did you find out?
I'll show you afterwards.
But somebody went and
No, it's, hold on.
Okay.
Okay, a lot of these are fake names. Your vote says Adam S. Okay, your name and the items you're speaking on, sorry, speaker, go ahead.
My name is Tommy from LA Can, and I'm a member, I'm a renter in City 14.
Okay, and what items are you speaking on today? Wonderful, you have 1 minute for the item, 1 minute.
I discussed items number 8 and given no public comment in support of right to counsel. I strongly support 12 right to counsel ordinance. I'm in support of the ordinance as drafted. Right to counsel is up to cities. Conservation improves.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna go. Yeah.
Because I'm not sure if it's my gym from the block or
Anyone who says the house is right clear.
He's actually a lawyer, by the way, for what it's worth. Yeah. Yeah. No, he's an immigration lawyer. Yeah.
Permanent housing, stopping the erase people and cost the city. I urge all city council members to vote yes on right to ordinance.
that meeting.
No, I hope so.
William destroyed them on that dumb way.
Well, yeah, when he caught fucking Kyle McCauley, dude, that dude kept threatening to rape his fucking mom afterwards. He was literally making all sorts of social media posts, just like actively threatening rape.
Right into his face.
Yeah.
And then he continued with the threats online. So he had to resign, right? They kept, well,
He's gone, so.
Mark kicked him, right? They kept
Done.
him.
He's gone.
Is William going to sue?
He never does. He doesn't put people to court.
That's good.
Yeah, which I agree with. Yeah, I agree with.
It takes away from what he's trying to do.
Yeah. He always jokes about it. So like, there's this one Scientology guy that keeps following him anytime he walks down the Hollywood Boulevard, and it's because he won an anti-slap on him. And this guy literally keeps running up to him. Literally keeps running up. He's like, "Hold on, William. Please drop it, please." And he's like, "Joey, I'm gonna get a restraining order on you now."
Because you got to pay the legal fees of the winner on those motherfuckers.
150 grand. It's a big chunk of change.
I never screw up that. Never did.
Yeah, the funniest part is Scientology actually dropped the guy after they found out how much he had to owe. They're like, "We're done. We're quitting as counsel. We're done."
In a bad situation. So we're going to ask you, please vote for item 8 in favor. And let all to have some counsel. Because at the end of the day,
So, right to counsel.
Yeah.
A right to counsel for landlords too.
so please do your part.
I agree.
And for the Lord,
I mean, because here's why that's a problem. When the tenants go forward, the judge is going to say, "This isn't fair. How can I rule on this?" And I'm going to fuck you over if I do rule on it. It's going to be overturned just based on that fact alone.
They're gonna do all this.
proactive, productive. And we can do that. We have to travel like over 2 hours to get here. So get to the time of please do
Bastard.
Good afternoon, members of the conference. I'm discussing item number 8, giving general public comment. I'm an attorney with
tenant defense.
After 3.5 years defending tenants in unlawful container proceedings as part of the state house LA program.
One
As an external source codifying right
landlord,
account
years
for
worth
statute
done.
ordinance drafted. In my time working as
Yeah.
a person
And the guy had been there a year, and this was the fourth time he
today,
tried
the
to
overwhelming
evict
majority of landlords filing
And we
evictions
beat 'em.
have been working. This creates a huge imbalance of power.
So, you know, and so I went out,
Evictions are
and I said, all
fascinating,
right, let's do
incredibly
this.
traumatic situations. No one should have to
My
fight
guy
their housing
owns
on their own. I'd like to
5
share
months.
one example. A few years
Give him
ago,
another
I
5
represented
months.
a tenant in successfully defeating an illegal eviction.
Or if you give
Less
him
than 6
$1,000,
months later, her landlord tried to evict her a
He'll be
second
out
time.
90 days.
This time, her landlord quickly won a
we
default
went
judgment
back,
because she was
fucking
not
lost
able to
again.
file an answer in time,
And
even though
now
the
it was a
basis of
fucking
the
year.
second
So
eviction
then the
was also
third time,
illegal.
The only difference was that the second case, she was not able to get a lawyer to pack your things up and
due to lack of available.
we're working on it.
Fortunately, she did eventually connect with our
We need
office,
150
where
years.
we assist her in working the situation
Give him
out,
4
because many
months.
tenants do not get that chance. Now,
Guy
there's a
got
lawyer
it.
that
Sorry, y'all.
Yeah.
keeping their homes
We waited 6 fucking months.
like the council and cities across the nation has proven that they cities must prevent
He fired his lawyer. We had
So I
lunch.
want to
Brought
thank
my guy.
Councilmember Ron
Gave him
for being
5,000
so
cash.
to urge all council members.
2 days.
That's all you have to do. That's all you have to do.
He said, that's what I should have done.
Yeah.
We got the U-Haul truck. I brought a couple of guys. We had that stuff out of there. 2 days. Vacuumed the carpets. Touched them. And the guy went in and said, "This is beautiful." We just wanted to make sure he was happy. He didn't want any problems.
Yeah.
It's a few to get 2 fucking years of free rent. I said, now let's not end on a bad note. Let's try to end it. Let's end it good.
Some people just don't learn, man.
So I gave him the keys. And I said, trust me, you wake up tomorrow morning, you're going to feel like you're really? He called me up, he says, yeah, I get it now. I said, your life begins now. Now, you know what to do. Then I did some landlords. I did a couple of commercial landlords. So, it's like the fucking tenants butcher.
Yeah, I bet.
Get them, the carpets were up to $500 for that fucking built out. Like a $2,000 deposit. I had it on the $9,900. So he says, okay, the landlord can keep all but $100. This guy found out, and the judge sanctioned him. Dismissed his fucking case. And so he dismissed him. He ruled in favor of the guy and ordered immediate eviction. So they had to go get a restraining order to stop it because he wanted him out in 5 days. He had commercial planning equipment in there and everything. And my guy says, my Armenian, no, we do full lockout and keep the shit inside. I says, okay. I said, that's what we do. Yeah, all his equipment is locked up. And then they had to make a deal to get the doors up and get the stuff out.
Yeah.
But I did both. I mostly two. But I did like. You're not on the side of anybody. And I says, when I go in, I prepare for war.
It is war.
Whatever side, if I'm fighting on Germany, if I'm fighting on the United States.
Court is war.
If it were World War II and Hitler hired me, I would do the best job for Hitler I could find. I would try to walk him out of the Nuremberg fucking trial a free man.
I don't want to be another person on the street. I have my
United States,
grandchildren.
you want to put him on the gallows.
Thank you so much, Speaker, for your welcome, your name and address you're speaking on.
Good afternoon, my name is
Representation.
Yeah, I really do hope they address that because that's going to fuck them all over. If it's not landlord right to counsel as well and just tenant, it's totally biased.
Then a mom and pop that could do it themselves.
Yes.
Now you're forcing them to go get counsel now.
Yes.
And the fucking asshole there, tenant don't have to get fucking counsel. It's another $10,000 for that eviction process.
I know.
A lot of mom and pops don't have the money. They're gonna walk in with no lawyer.
Well, I mean, think of it this way. How easy would it be to plant a fake tenant just to fuck with them? How easy would that be?
Simple as fuck.
Yeah.
You get some elderly guy.
Yeah.
That's old, a little bit, and they charge low rent, and you could go in and big slap them on there. Single family home. You can live in there for 5 fucking years without paying rent.
Yeah.
I know some people that own small homes, they can't get the tenant out. They give up. They can't get the tenant. So, I had a friend of mine, the tenant's been there for 5 years. How do I get him out? And I told him, I have a friend that handles that. And I says, okay. He's went to court 5 fucking times in Lancaster. And there's some kind of crooked judge there. That's what they're doing. So I got an email yesterday about that. Out of the blue from the state bar, they fucking emailed me wanting to know to give an opinion about this particular commissioner. Things are heating up. Things are heating up.
Yeah.
I don't want to be involved in that.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's a legitimate claim, though, like. We were just talking, for number 8, it's good that tenants have right to counsel.
Bonnie Parker. Irma? Irma? Okay, come on up. Yes. Your name and the item you're speaking on?
If they don't also put in right to counsel for the landlord, what will happen is it will, judges will say this is completely favored and biased. If the landlord doesn't also have that same right, and you're forcing them to be self-represented, doesn't that seem like... I agree that they should have counsel, but the problem is if you exclusively leave it on just the tenant side, 100% the eyes of the judge, because they're bound by the law, they will say this is prejudiced. Why is it that one side only has the right to counsel and the other side is forced to be self-represented? If you just make it both ways, nobody cares.
And that's why there's courts.
And that's what I'm saying, it'll... It can backfire. That's all.
Conflict with the owners of the houses that we live in. We're asking to use the ordinance so that we have better representation. Better legal representation.
Hey, what's up? We're good. We're on the homeless committee, housing and homelessness committee.
And these appointments are, they're 2 or 3 months out, you can't get in touch with them the minute that you need them.
No es posible que no tenemos el recurso para nosotros pagarles a esos abogados, necesitamos que nos apoyen con la ordenanza.
It's not possible for us to have the resources to be able to pay for these lawyers. We need you to support us by approving this ordinance.
Necesitamos más abogados, gracias, señor presidente.
We need more lawyers to represent us. Thank you.
Okay, great. And we have our final 3 speakers. Please make your way to the podium.
I'll wait. It's all good. I'll wait. Sure? Yeah. Because I don't know which way he's going to go. Sometimes he comes this way, sometimes he goes that way. Oh, I know. I agree with you. He's supposed to do a lot of things.
There's a woman who signed up but hasn't heard his name. Is it because it's full? Or just because it's
He's pretty good about that. Because yeah, we're having the same.
Did you guys punch it in on the kiosk? Just okay, yeah. Just if that, then yeah, then she should have the roster. Yeah.
They're gonna go check right now as to why that's the case. I think so because so many fake names are on, so she's not sometimes sure, or she may have called names that people didn't hear. Sometimes that
I
happens.
didn't hear. I know these people's names and I don't hear them called. Maybe the fake.
Maybe she thought they were fake. Well, I mean, if they're regular names, why would you think? Yeah. But they're gonna find out right now.
Thanks.
Qualified for a free lawyer, he's a landlord. There are two reasons. One, he's a cocksucker, and two, he's a true expert. But low income landlord. One is a cock. Retired people. People who are partially retired like myself.
Not necessarily in there, but yeah. Yes, sir. Excuse me. We're doing that right now because a lot of people, because we noticed at least 6 or 7 people when she said last 3, we're like, wait,
Last two speakers, and I apologize to everyone whose name wasn't called today, but we only have a limited time for public comment. Our last 2 speakers, please make your way to the podium. Your name and the items you're speaking on.
Yes, hi, it's agenda items all and general public.
Okay, you have 2 minutes and 1 minute. What's your name?
Yep, Henry, so I just want to jump straight to number 10 there. I see that we're talking about funding additional housing program. The issue I have here, first of all, was a CIS report solicited actively, and was it solicited in due time? And I see that one of our council members is not even listening to my comment. He's literally having a whole side conversation right now. How can you possibly be engaged in this meeting when I'm trying to talk to this committee and you're literally engaged in a side conversation? You're not paying attention. You're doing it to the other speakers too. It's not right. Are you paying attention, sir? Councilmember Blumenfield.
This is your time for agenda.
Can you verify that you're paying attention right now? Yes or no, please?
Public comment if you continue speaking about non-agenda items.
So as I was saying, on number 10, my question is, was neighborhood council feedback actively solicited or not? I see a CIS report was not submitted, and I know for a fact from the Board of Neighborhood Councils that they're not given enough time. The board has said so as on their own accord as well, and this is an active issue I keep coming back to over and over and over and over again. How can you possibly make any good faith votes on any motions if you're not soliciting actively the feedback of your constituents, which is, in part, a major part I might add, the neighborhood councils. I attend most of those more than you do. They know me better than they know you. Many of you don't even send your liaisons over there. Why is it that you get to even have a full salary if you're not even going to go and actively solicit the voice of your constituents? You have all these people here today trying to make their voices heard, and you're cutting them off. All right? And you were not even paying attention to me. Absolutely absurd. Now, I want to move on to number 12 here, a motion directly by Councilmember Blumenfield and Rahman. We're talking yet again about options to address emergency renters assistance program. Where's the oversight in many of these programs? I know I'm on general public comment right now, but where's the oversight? We have a major corrupt racketeering case with the Inside Safe program. City controller himself, through the oversight that he provided, alternatively, and you're still talking, I see that, you're not paying attention, hundreds of millions of dollars gone down the drain, only 300 people permanently housed, $500 million gone down the drain. Where the fuck has it gone? I'll tell you where it's gone. It's gone to line the pockets of the nonprofit businessmen that Mayor Karen Bass supports if you're a political affiliate. How are you supporting and trying to end homelessness if you're actively committing racketeering acts to defraud the public and use their money to line your special interest nonprofit groups? That's what these people are here to talk to you about. This homeless issue is because you guys provide no oversight. Your own city controller is saying so, and the city is broke because of it. $500 million gone down the drain, no oversight whatsoever, and your mayor refuses to cooperate with them either. Get a grip.
We only have have limited time. I can hear people speaking in the audience. If I continue to hear disturbances, this is your
This
first
dude's not paying
warning, and
attention.
only warning, you will be asked to leave.
Pay the fuck attention.
Okay. Great.
It's ridiculous.
So I'm going to recommend that we take the following items on consent. 6, 7, 8, 10, 12, and 13.
I'll show you the event I showed him earlier. You should come.
Where'd you go to?
I'll show you afterwards. I'll show you.
It's ruling me out.
Listen, on their own thing, it doesn't even show a time limit, which means they're supposed to take everybody, and they're not.
Unlimited.
Correct. Every meeting is like that.
No.
Well, it's supposed to be.
Supposed to be.
Yes.
Under the discretion of the chair, she can flip it from 1 minute to 1 minute, period.
Yep.
Even if it's 3
I know.
That's fucked up.
I know. I know. She runs away when Will shows up in person, literally. All he wanted to do was ask a question. She literally booked it to her car. Like, full on Usain Bolt sprint.
Deal with your ass.
Okay, great. All right, let's call the roll.
Insane.
Yes.
She saw me a little too close. She freaked out. She was like, oh, yes, go.
Wonderful. Let's go through our appointments first, so that if our appointees are here, they can head home. Item 1, we can add that, or sorry, read that item.
Item number 1.
Oh, brother. I'm gonna go talk to these guys. I'm gonna tell them what to do.
Mr. Aguilar, are you here? Welcome. You join us at the table?
So I noticed they didn't give you guys time to speak. You can file. I'm not telling you what to do, but you can file a cure and correct if you want. So that's what it's called. We're gonna scoot out this way.
It may be a bigger job than normal, so we're grateful that you're willing to do it. Members, do you have any questions for Mr. Aguilar? Go ahead, Mr.
Mr. Aguilar. Thank you so much
That guy.
for putting your hand in the name.
I tried telling them what they can do. Talk about people having their noses up in the air. I'm like, you could file a cure and correct. And they would give you time. They're like, yeah, all right, buddy, go away. What fucking dipshits, man.
Everybody knows everything.
Fucking morons.
Okay, wonderful. If there's no other questions,
All right, well.
we're grateful for you. If you want to offer any remarks, you're welcome to. Just, if you don't mind holding the microphone closer to you.
All right, well, I'm gonna head out. Do it. Yeah, I'll cut it off here.